of beat into my head from the time I was little. Taking the garment off and then wearing tank tops, even just something that would be in the United States considered a cultural norm. It wouldn't be considered, quote unquote, immodest or indecent in most places. And yet, in a way, there's a very real idea that I had porn shoulders. That's kind of the joke in the ex-Mormon world, is that I'm showing my shoulders. Therefore, I am a porn star trying to bring down all the righteous men in the universe.
They are sexy porn shoulders.
You like my
Just
shoulders?
For the record, yeah, they are pretty sexy.
You like them? I'm thinking about getting another tattoo on one of them. What do you think? Oh, wait, that's a whole other episode.
Let's not go into that right now. It was odd for me too, because it's what I had grown up with, and just the judgment that we're really taught to have about people's clothing just kind of becomes a part of who you are. And I still struggle with that. I'm trying, but it's how I've always looked at people and how they're dressed and things like that. And so it's a hard change to make, to just allow people to dress the way they want to dress.
Well, see, and because I'm female, I feel like I get the judgment, and that's where I struggle. But what you're talking about, Mason, is looking at a female who's dressed in a way that the Mormon church would say that's not appropriate, and you having to kind of challenge that initial judgment of the woman that you're viewing. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I appreciate you being vulnerable.
It's something I don't like that I do that. It is also connected with physicality as well. I mean, when you see someone that is dressed nicely or that emphasizes their body, it's, there's feelings that come up physically and mentally or whatever that, you don't have to hold on to those, of course, and I try not to, but that doesn't stop them from coming sometimes. And so there's this struggle of letting go of the judgment I don't want in my life and allowing someone in my head, because obviously I don't have any control over most people and how they dress, but allowing them to dress the way they want and to be a valued individual in my head, regardless of how they dress. That's a difficult challenge. And then separating the sexuality of dress from the whole situation.
Well, and we're kind of actually getting ahead of ourselves. So I want to kind of finish out this thought and then go back into the source material and build back up to this, because this is something I think that we really do need to unpack here, especially since it's come up, because what I hear you saying is that, from the time we were little, we were taught that the way a woman dresses influences the man's sexual impulses. And what I would say is that natural sexual arousal is going to happen in all sorts of things. But what there's this subtle piece that's going on here is that a man being sexually aroused by a female body is somehow you sinning. And so it's very easy to shift that blame of, well, if she would dress modestly, I wouldn't be aroused, and therefore having these evil, bad thoughts that make me not worthy in God's eyes. And so we've really done this like mind to our men and women about taking something that is natural and normal, and that we really need to learn how to navigate in ways that don't cause us shame. And our control of clothing is not where that answer is. And so let's absolutely come back to that. We want to circle back around and really dig into that, because I think that that's part of one of the reasons why this is such an issue and something that we wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
So to kind of start, Mason, you prepared some source material. You kind of pulled out some source material, because one of the things that's interesting is that as the Mormon church is trying to fit into Christianity a little bit more, which has been going on now for the last decade or so, as they're losing members, we're kind of seeing this shift of let's be a little bit more nuanced. Let's not be quite as strict. And so I want to make sure that we kind of talk about, where did this idea come from? Because you and I are not alone in this, especially for people that were Mormon for many years and in our generation. they're going to be able to be like, oh yeah, this is definitely a real thing. But I think for some of the younger generation, maybe not as much.
Maybe not, yeah.
So Mason,
which is a positive thing. I would like to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Some of the changes the church is making are positive things. Like I was looking at the For the Strength of Youth pamphlet, and it's much milder. It's much less shaming than I remember it being when I was growing up. I didn't feel shamed growing up, but I certainly have recognized that since some of this process has happened for me.
Chicken tacos should only be trusted to chicken professionals.
That's where we come in. Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One comes with pico de gallo and creamy chipotle ranch. And the other comes with bacon, lettuce, tomato, and avocado ranch. Chicken experts since 1990. Chicken taco experts since now. Order yours today in the Zax Rewards app. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Shop Plato's Closet tax-free August 2nd through 4th for back-to-school styles. We sell the trendy, gently used styles you need to make a difference in the world and in your wallet for back-to-school shopping. Save up to 70% off regular retail prices by choosing recycled styles. Save even more when you shop tax-free this weekend. Make a change that others can respect and repeat. Shop Plato's Closet in North Charleston and West Ashley this year for your back-to-school looks. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.